everyone, I'm Skylar Wallace. About 8 years ago, our family rescued Pablo into our home, and we feel so lucky to have Pablo, but Pablo is pretty lucky too. In U.S. shelters alone, 2.7 million animals a year are euthanized. The no-kill movement, started in San Francisco about 25 years ago, has greatly decreased this shocking statistic. However, a no-kill shelter is still able to euthanize up to 10% of their animals and be considered no-kill. And no matter what kind of shelter, kill or no-kill, the deaths of 1.2 million dogs and 1.4 million cats each year is absolutely heartbreaking and honestly unacceptable. But the truth is, most shelters in the U.S. are greatly struggling financially, but my Genius project is intended to help this issue. Even though I can't raise enough money to end this tragedy for good, a step in the right direction can only steer this country on the right track towards no euthanization. Now, when presented with the Genius Project, we were introduced to the 3 criterion. The project must challenge us, it must aid the community in some way, and it must be something that we are passionate about. Now, one of those really stuck in my mind, passion. And my mind immediately went to the 2 things that I love. Unfortunately, these 2 things are completely unrelated, but I got it in my mind that I needed to somehow incorporate running and dogs into my Genius Project. And then it dawned on me. The most effective and productive way to combine my 2 passions would be to host a road/cross-country race in which all of the proceeds are donated to an animal shelter. So, you all should feel so honored, for you are the first group that I proudly introduce and invite the first annual Rough 5K. However, I will be honest, the logistics are not completely set and ready to go. But as of now, the race will take place in early July, but the location is yet to be determined. I'm leaning towards hosting the race at Algo Norte Park. If at Algo Norte, I will need to secure the location before the end of May. And after the location is secured, I will begin advertising. I will advertise by giving flyers to local schools, hanging flyers around the neighborhood, and spreading the word via social media. If at Algo Norte, the race will consist of 3.1 miles of fun throughout the park. There will be water and snacks located at the finish as well as along the course. The top male and female finishers will each receive a medal, and all of this will be compensated with a portion paid by each participant upon entering the race. Race t-shirts will also be for sale in order to raise even more money to donate. And obviously, coordinating a successful event is not a task that I can complete alone, which brings me to the subject of volunteers. As of now, I have a plethora of family and friends that are willing to help me out, but I definitely wouldn't pass up the offer of anyone who is willing to give me an extra hand. In order to enter the race, a minimum $20 donation is necessary, but donating more would be much appreciated. As for the proceeds earned from the race, they will be donated to the Rancho Coastal Humane Society. The Rancho Coastal Humane Society is a local no-kill animal shelter that relies on donations from their supporters. Located in Encinitas, the Rancho Coastal Humane Society is always in need of donations in order to purchase blankets, food, medicine, and other supplies to maintain a successful no-kill shelter. And this shelter is definitely close to my heart, as my grandparents adopted one of their dogs, Cooper, from the Rancho Coastal Humane Society, and I'm so grateful that Cooper has had the opportunity to live out such a great life. As with any new endeavor, whether it be something as monumental as the upcoming 2023 one-way trip to Mars or something as insignificant as baking a pie for the first time, possible setbacks and challenges are bound to occur. With my project, there are so many things that could possibly go wrong. For example, Algo Norte may be completely booked by the time I go to secure the location, or I may not have as many volunteers as I initially thought. Or what if my worst possible nightmare becomes a reality and nobody comes? But honestly, I will be honest with you, these things have come to mind a numerous amount of times, but honestly, I'm not worried about any of them, because I feel fully prepared if any of these were to actually occur, and I have a plan B for each one. If Algo Norte is completely booked, while I prefer to run the race in July, I'm completely adaptable to host the race whenever is most fitting. If I don't have as many volunteers as I initially thought, I have an entire cross-country team that I can call upon if I need help. And if nobody comes, well, I plan to do such a good job on advertising that I don't even have to worry about that. Now, before I conclude my presentation, I want to introduce you to a few of my friends that desperately need your help. First, meet Niall. Niall is a 10-year-old Corgi and Spaniel mix. And while Niall may not be as fast as he was a couple of years ago, he is still just as spunky and energetic as ever. And this is Diva. While Diva may only be 4 years young, her chances of being adopted are much less than her other peers. While Diva may be described as being one of the most loyal and loving dogs in the entire animal shelter, she, as well as so many other Chihuahuas in shelters all around the world, are often overlooked, causing them to be the second most commonly found dogs in animal shelters. And this is Reba McEntire, who completely diminishes any beliefs that cats are more independent or antisocial. All Reba wants is to be petted and loved. And last but not least, this is Elsa and Anna, two sisters that love nothing more than hanging out together in the backyard. And all of these animals deserve the best lives possible, which is why they need your help. So as I stand in front of you today, although I am so very disheartened to inform you of the saddening statistics regarding the euthanization of these innocent animals, my project gives each and every one of you the opportunity to give these animals a future. So please join me on a date that is yet to be determined to make your paw print on this world. Thank you.